then I started using the word hideous. And they said, hideous like the chair you bought for the musical last year. I said, about the same lines. Maybe this is a step up, I don't know. But I've grown to like this. Now, before we start, see, there is one last little facet to this suit that is just beyond all expectation. For those of you that don't know, I have the craziest collection of nutcrackers. It's kind of been my thing for about 35 years. Goes back to when I was in high school. Started with one or two, and it's grown to somewhere in the neighborhood of 480 to 500. A lot of pairs of eyes staring at me all over the house all Christmas season long. But then Mrs. Colonel was out shopping and she found this. And if I told you how much, you'd be jealous. So I'll just leave it at that. $20. I know. I mean, seriously, how could I pass? I don't know how I top this when next year rolls around. Lord help us all, whatever it ends up being. But anyway, we're going to get started first with sound effect. This year has taken on a whole lot of different for us. We've seen a little bit of reduction in numbers. It is the COVID wave. We are riding the COVID wave. It's made its way to high school. So numbers have been up and down, and they're just kind of waving around. But the kids this year have been so resilient, and they've had to deal with me, and that has not been easy. I've been dealing with some really stupid medical issues that are not serious, but cause me to be crabby a lot. And so they've had to put up with a lot of complaining, and a lot of me grouching, and a lot of me missing school. It's been kind of a problem this year. I had to take several days to be at doctor's appointments and things like that. So we have been all about survival this year, and that's been the big thing. So we're going to take a step back. Swing Fire's a little smaller this year, and so at the beginning of the year, I was like, I don't think dancing is going to be our thing with such a small group, and you take away from the vocals. So we're going to work on vocal jazz, and for a lot of these kids, this is the first reach into vocal jazz. So we're still inside that learning curve, but it is so much fun to take this kind of music and performance. So hope you enjoy it. We're going to do 4 numbers for you. Again, like last spring, I did not do paper programs. And if I was wavering at all, Monday's junior high, or last Thursday's junior high concert, we put about 250 or 300 programs on the counter, and I think I threw about 225 into the recycling bin. People just don't grab them anymore. The offer is still, like always, if there are parents that, if you're a scrapbooker and you keep those things, if you send me a note to school or have your son, daughter, or grandson, granddaughter, whatever, send me a message, and I've got paper programs that I operate off of on my stands, and I will gladly make copies of those programs for you. So, but we're going to keep rolling. Let's see if it works on the first try. There we go. Technology is a wonderful thing, even at a year before retirement. So what I said about technology is great if you do all the steps in the right order. As soon as you do one thing out of order, you can't advance the slide because the music started. Old lady just crept in on me. We're going to get on with the concert here, and we're going to move on to our concert choir. Concert choir, small but mighty this year. There's some really crazy music, some hard stuff in this set of the program, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. Give me 1 second, get some mics reset, and we're off. again, a round of applause for Summer Galloway, our soloist on that one. I forgot to change the slides, so take pictures and everything. We're going to move on here. Coming up next, I'm going to move band over to band chairs. Concert choir can sit down. At this time, I've got seniors that are going to be coming around here in just a minute with buckets. This is our annual collection for the Chester Area Christian Food Pantry. This is one of the things that has been near and dear to my heart over the past several years. We've been taking collections for many years. I also have a collection box out at my house for the light display out there, and we've been super grateful for all of the amazing help that we have received over the years. We will approach the $10,000 mark this year, and that's just in a 4-year cycle since we really started pushing past the COVID time. Even though things are slowly getting ourselves back to normal, the need is always there. And whenever I have a chance to go work one of the drive-through food distribution things, it just amazes me how great the need is here in town. It's kind of everywhere, and we take a lot of things for granted. I know I do. I live comfortably. I have a nice house. I have a good job. I have a good, prosperous future, even in retirement, and it's really kind of heart-wrenching to see how much need there is out there. If for some reason one of the buckets don't make it around to you, we'll have them down here in front of the scores table after the concert, and feel free to come on down. I appreciate anything and everything you guys have been able to do to help us out. But again, thank you very much. That's good.
Because I took the wrong mic. 3 on, 1 off.
This, of course, is the CHS concert band. Band at Chester High School takes on a million different roles throughout the course of the year. We start the year as a marching band for football and halftime shows this year. Marching band extended a little bit longer, so it kind of put a little hitch in the getting ready for the Christmas concert. And then, for those of you that don't know it, this concert really was supposed to be next Monday, and somewhere along the line, the wires inside my brain just got things crossed, and I had in my head December 9th, and I started telling people concerts on December 9th, and I started publishing concerts on December 9th, and then Mrs. Cartwright, the athletic director, said, Mr. Crummell, I showed that the concert's supposed to be on the 16th, and we have basketball games on the 9th. I've already moved them, but I messed up, and I did. So, to add pressure to them, we're here a week earlier than we really were supposed to be. So, but it's been such a crazy fun ride bringing these kids out of the COVID. And when I say that, it's insane. My freshman this year started beginning band via Google Meets. We were not still back in person full time, and even though we were on a split set of days, band was the taboo. It was the place where we were going to get the cooties, and we were going to spread it all, and it was terrible, and we had to be in separate rooms and every other day, and it was awful. And the beginning band couldn't meet, and so freshmen, raise your hands, freshmen. This isn't any sort of bad initiation. These kids started on their computer. Now, for those of you that have ever at the band, and I know there are a lot of you, that is the craziest thing to ever imagine. You don't have someone sitting next to you helping you place your fingers on the instrument. You have nothing but Mrs. Colonel on one side of a camera and her saying, can you bring your phone down a little bit so I can see your hands, or can you move your camera on your Chromebook a little bit closer so I can see what's going on there? And then that doesn't even address all the things that go along with forming the sound and all of the mechanics of the mouth that go into it. So the fact that they're here is amazing. And the fact that, we get to high school and I don't care that they're freshmen. They have to play music that doesn't bore the seniors. And that's just the way we operate. We build everything from the top-down philosophy, and so it forces the freshmen to come out of their shell. And I'm sure that when I passed out things like Sleigh Ride at the beginning of the season, they were like, this is never going to happen. And as you will see tonight, it does. So we're going to open up with one of my favorite television movie theme songs on the planet. Christmas Vacation is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is the most inappropriate film ever to be filmed. And sometimes I'll watch it and my teacher ears are still plugged in and I'm like, ooh, goodness gracious. But I love it. And there's nothing wrong with theme songs. So this is Patrick Roselle's arrangement of Christmas Vacation.
It is that time of year again when Mr. Colonel receives his gift from the band. As many of you know, the CHS Music Department is going to the Bahamas this year, so we decided to help Mr. Colonel start early preparations for a day on the beach.
So, first thing I hear is, a lot of us know, some of you guys don't, but Mr. Colonel, he really loves Crocs, right? Sometimes he'll come in with these Crocs and he'll like fall on them. He looks so snazzy. And then he also has these like neon orange ones. You know, it really gives off that school pride, and I really love that. So we got him these Jibbitz, or what were they called? Croc Jibbitz. And the fun thing about them is they're also like vacation themed, you know. So like when we're on the ship, walk around in his Crocs, he's all comfortable. He just has these, you know, getting himself into the full vacation spirit.
So the sun in the Bahamas can be like brutal, so we made sure we covered him on sunscreen and aloe in case he does get burned.
And another layer on top of the sunscreen, we got him this little bucket hat. Stylish, very stylish.
The last cool day that we bought is, you know, we know Colonel is dedicated to, you know, not only like, you know, his band, but to his band, I mean. So we got him this Band Geeks United shorts. They're just so lovely.
The Bahamas doesn't know what they're in for. People have said to me, what are you thinking? You're going on a cruise? I said, it's my last trip. If it goes horribly wrong, you know, okay, well, that's it. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a great time. Some of the things that we plan to do in addition to just traveling is we're going to perform on the ship in one of the giant lounges. It's going to be a great time. And then when we get back, we're going to spend some time at Universal. And they just opened the Weekend World on the City Walk. So that's there for all of us to just go to without even going into the parks. But there's so much. On the note of the trip, there will be a mandatory meeting for parents in January. I haven't set the date yet. I have to look at all the basketball schedules and look for the least amount of conflicts to get as many people there as possible. Just so that we can get some last minute details taken care of. And I also want to say at this point, I've had some people reach out to me, and there is no shame. If there is some trouble with raising money to get this trip taken care of, reach out to me and let me see what I can do to help you out. We're gonna make sure that everybody that is committed to the trip gets there one way or the other. So just reach out and see what we can do, and we'll get things taken care of. We are going to close tonight's concert with a sleigh ride. It's been something I've been doing for about 5 or 6 years at this point. I thought I love sleigh rides, one of my favorite pieces to play, so why not just play it every year? And this is our close. So thank you so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it more than you know. There are still big things to come in the spring, and great big things to come next year as I start to wind down and we start to look to transition to new, fresh, young blood here at Chester High School. But until then, we are going to have one heck of a good time along the way. So this is Leroy Anderson's Sleigh Ride. Thank you again for being here with us this evening. I'm going to throw up the slide. They keep telling me, Mr. Colonel, slides. I said, I'm just going to put a student in charge of it next time, and then I won't forget to move them. Those are some important dates that are coming up in the spring. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. We will see you back here in 2025.